Hi folks, Daniel Dwyer here from GameSpot, joined by Mark Walton. How you doing, Mark?
Very well, thank you.
And this is a demo of Skullgirls, which we played last week.
It was a while ago,
It was.
as far as I know.
And we done messed up the audio when we were recording it, so this is, full disclosure folks, this is us watching a video of us playing Skullgirls. This is like, can somebody put some Inception music over this, please?
Oh man, well, we're going to see how this goes, but as memory serves, at this point here, we're selecting our team size, and one of the interesting things about this game is that you can have different team numbers. So you can have one person, and I can have three, and the game auto balances that.
Yeah, so whatever guy with one character has, I guess, 3 times more.
You get more health and stuff, and more stamina.
Which is pretty cool. This is there's going to be more characters on offer in the final build. We're looking at an early build here, folks, and the characters there were pretty cool. Peacock there on that I chose. I was on the left of the screen. Has got this crazy like Popeye, Mickey Mouse early animation feel to her.
Yeah, it's quite cool, like a very, very cool like early animation sort of thing, which is wicked.
And right now I'm choosing a couple of more characters. They also have this thing in it, this custom action option that we'll hop into in a second, which is basically where you can like automatic or fix like the special moves to whatever like combination of buttons
basically
you want to do.
A custom button combinations and stick combination that lets you do that for these action assists. Which is very cool.
That's me doing it there in the bottom left.
I should always point out that I've picked on the right there someone with like this big spiky chain thing on her back.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Pain wheel.
Yeah, I mean the animation here is very cool. Particularly, you know, this is an indie game, we should point out as well. This isn't a big budget sort of blockbuster. This is developed by a very small team of people, completely independently, and they've really nailed the art style.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I remember seeing a video of it a couple of months ago, and they were really just showing off some of all this as well. There's all this menu stuff. This is obviously pre-release build. It looked real snazzy, but this Art Deco thing that they've done is dynamite. It looks really cool.
Yeah, so the visuals are great. So in a battle now, it's Peacock versus Peacock. As you can see, she's got kind of these cartoony bomb moves. You can throw these bombs out at people. Now most of the combos in the game are quarter circle motions, like the big specials. Like that is quarter circle. It's quarter circle forward, I think, and 2 punches,
I think so.
2 kicks. It's one or the other. And most of the combo, the supers are performed that way. But there are variations on that to do with throws, but throws are performed exactly as you would in Street Fighter, kick and a punch. It's pretty simple stuff to get to grips with. And yeah, it plays quite nicely, I find.
You tag in, tag out sort of Marvel vs. Capcom style, don't you?
Yeah. It's like a real mixture of all those kind of games. In the early build, you know, it's interesting. There's a lot of frames of animation. They're quite proud of the fact they were saying to us that this game has more frames of animation in it than Street Fighter Third Strike, or mostly anyway, for most characters, which is pretty cool. And Third Strike was, you know, an amazing game.
Hey, that chick's got a skull on her head. That girl, she's got a skull.
Oh man, that's why they called it Skullgirls. That's clever. I like that. I like that. She's also got massive fists.
She does.
I don't know what that signifies, but a girl with massive fists, there you go.
2 girls, 1 skull.
Oh, you had to go there, didn't you? That was a cool move. So that's like a
combo.
See, that was just like a spider sort of thing. And some of the combos, like that one you just saw where the blade came across, if you hammer the buttons down, it does more permutations of that, so you can get more hits in.
There was another interesting point the guys were talking to us about, which was the sort of their way of combating the infinite looping combos problem that happens in a lot of fighting games.
Oh yeah.
Although some people think it's a problem, some people think it's just how you should actually play fighting games, is that once you get somebody in a combo and you hold them there as long as you can. But what was the system that they had to sort of break it out?
So the way it works is the game knows if you're doing an infinite combo. So if you've got someone trapped in a corner, you can do the infinite combo so many times, and then all the other person has to do to get out of it is push one button, and the game automatically lets them out. So there's no way to do an infinite combo, basically. Because if the other person's just hammering buttons to try and get out, eventually they will, after like 2 or 3 times of the combo going forward. So the only way to keep it going is to put variations in it, which in the end will make it non-infinite, because one of those variations is going to leave a gap for your opponent to get in. So it's an interesting concept, for sure.
Who's winning at this stage?
I think I am actually. Am
I've
I
got
on the
one.
right? I'm on the right. Yeah,
You
I'm on
are,
the right.
yeah. I'm stuck with Parasol on the left. Here.
I'm kicking ass, but no, I'm definitely going to win because the time's running out. Am I going to win?
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah. That's the sucker's way of winning.
It's not the sucker's way.
Hollow victory. Look, it says it on the screen.
It's strategic, okay? A strategic victory. So it's quite cool. And there's some of these, like, you can see at the end there was like like these cool little animations that come in. And there's some others in there as well. There's like, if you play as that girl later on the left, the blonde one, she comes in and rides in on a little motorbike, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
Which I think is quite cool.
So, yeah, you won that round. And, well, you know, technically,
I kicked your ass, but you know, whatever.
I've been trying to get into fighting games a bit more recently.
You've been playing King of Fighters and stuff.
I have. King of Fighters is not a game to start playing if you were trying to get back into fighting games. It is so crazy, which is kind of good in a way because then you go back and play some Street Fighter and it feels a bit more familiar.
Yeah, King of Fighters is mental but good.
Yeah,
very good.
It is good. And whenever I go back to play a game like Street Fighter, I'll try and mix it up with some other characters, but inevitably I'll go back and play Ryu and something familiar. Whereas in King of Fighters, it's so fresh that I'm just like trying.
You experiment with all the others.
So this is why I'm so excited about Skullgirls because it's that again, it's that freshness. But instead of having, say, you know, 40 characters that are actually based on kind of like 6 archetypes, every character in this is incredibly unique, which is why they said there's quite a short sort of amount of characters in it.
I guess it's like the original Street Fighter. You know, when the Street Fighter first came out, it had a very small roster of characters, but they all had unique moves. So I guess getting back to that is a good thing. And this is a cool environment as well. This is kind of like the cityscape one. Bit of girl on girl flingy like Saw action going on.
This game is all about girl on girl action. Really.
Are there any dudes in this at all?
I don't think so.
No.
I was just I never twigged that actually.
No, there aren't. That was a cool move there. You saw you can fly up in the air, so you can use that to kind of hover past your opponent or to escape one of their ground level moves, which is cool. It does leave you open to air attack, but you know, you take that risk. And you can see she's got a little banjo she plays every now and then.
I love Peacock. The guys were telling us about the backstories of all these characters. So the game story mode has a full narrative as well.
They're having a fair stab at it, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, no fighting game is ever renowned for its storyline. But
very true. They were talking about Peacock specifically because she's got like these mechanical arms and her eyes are kind of hollowed out and stuff. And apparently, was it she like abducted by like slave traders or something as a kid, and they chopped her arms off and pulled out her eyes. And
it's not a nice story.
No, it's like this game is rough, man. This is like some of the stuff that happens in the third fight I remember as well is kind of it's gory enough.
Yeah, it's interesting that there's kind of little bits of gore throughout this whole game. I mean, like when there's like little bits of blood that come off when.
There's the bikes.
Oh yeah, they're the bikes. That's what I was talking about. I like this move. So basically this one is like you drop a giant bomb and then you have to kick it towards your opponent before it explodes, but your opponent can kick it back as well, so it's kind of like a hot potato moment where you kind of alternating between the two.
And we both got hit by it there.
Yeah, we did, because I was lame at that point and didn't kick it far enough. I like the laser move as well.
Yes, that's your like go-to. That's because
that's a 34 hit combo just there. Absolutely ass kicked.
Before we didn't get much time to play this. Yeah, so sorry any fighting game purists who aren't very happy with how we're playing here. But beforehand we got a very, very brief tutorial in the game, but it was quite a cool tutorial, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was interesting. It was a little bit different to your standard kind of. It wasn't too in depth and it wasn't too simple. Because you know, you were saying about King of Fighters, it says push right to move right,
jump hit right to move forward, and then stops and then says hit backwards to go back. You're like, oh come on.
This one tries to be practical about it and teach you stuff in normal kind of fighting conditions against a dummy. It works quite well. I found it, you know, the approach is definitely a little more in depth, and not in depth as such, but kind of more accessible. Actually, would be the right word. More accessible than the likes of Street Fighter.
More hands-on as well. Yeah, those, because they're kind of a bit. I always felt like I was left to my own devices too much in those.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. This was that we just had the cat zombie chick on, and her head is still on the screen.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
So when you play as the cat zombie chick, God, chicks, we shouldn't be saying stuff like that.
Sorry, girls.
Girls. When you play as one of the cat zombie girl, her head, you can take her head off and then independently control it. I think it's hard kick and hard punch.
Yeah.
Maybe one of those. And then do moves separately to the rest of it, which is pretty cool. So,
Excellent.
now, as far as I remember, you decided to go for 1, and I went for 3.
Yes.
In a risky move.
One super powered character. See, this could work either way, because isn't it kind of like if you're new to the game, then you want to kind of get grips to one character, and
That's true. That's a good point, actually. Yeah,
It might
it would
be
make it
easier.
easier to kind of just learn one and really perfect it, and then move on to another.
because you could have 2 heals, or two characters that you're not too good with, and one that you're quite good with, and then you lose your good character early on, and that's it, and then you're stuck with 2 ones that you're not too
2 lane
comfortable with.
characters. Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
Whereas in this one, it was the 2 of us with a character. 1 character they hadn't used, and 3 characters they hadn't used. So I think I might have had the.
It's basically both of us
advantage.
sucking quite hard at this. So you've decided to be the Skull Girl.
Indeed, Sarah Bella.
Yes,
Um,
with her weird hand things on her
I
head.
like it. She's like the tick. The tick's arms coming out of her ears. There's Peter Rabbit.
I've got Zombie Girl.
Yes,
which is
and
exciting.
We're fighting in what I believe is the training.
It's the training level. Yeah, hence the blackboard with the mean-looking school mistress.
Yeah, she ain't that mean looking.
I don't know. I wouldn't mess with that. I mean, seriously, wouldn't mess with that. If she was at my school, I would certainly behave or misbehave. I'm not sure. So yeah, the zombie cat girl can also kind of have. She has these kind of like weird rocket things that come out of her feet, which I'm not quite sure about.
And she like pulls off her. She kind of does
Yeah.
like this, pulls off her skin and wraps her muscle
Yeah.
tissue around you and stuff. It's crazy.
So her head's come off again,
Oh, wonderful.
which is just what she does. And as far no, see that sucks. That sucks for me. As far as I remember, I won this. Did I win this?
I don't know. We can't
Oh,
spoil
I don't know. We
it.
can't spoil it. I honestly can't remember now.
I actually do. I'm not going to tell. Oh, look at the cat.
Look at a little cat.
It's a weird cartoon cat that comes out.
There's all these little touches in the game that kind of just make it stand out.
It's incredibly colourful. Even because one of the things when you play these games, a lot of the time you don't get to like enjoy the nuance. But like some of the facial animation on these characters when they're punching is just absolutely dynamite.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Another thing we heard about as well is that this uses the GGPO netcode.
That's right. Online fighting using GGPO, which is cool. So it's hopefully smooth
piece
and
out.
mostly lag-free. Nothing is completely lag-free.
What other games were using GGPO?
Third Strike,
Of
the
course.
re-release on Xbox Live and PSN, that uses GGPO.
And this game will be coming out on Xbox Live and PSN.
Yes, and possibly PC as well, we were told, but
Very
at a
good.
later date.
Oh man, you're looking pretty sore here. I don't know. This ain't looking too good for you. I'm not,
So this girl on the right's got like these dragon moves. Like she's got like different dragon punches and stuff she can do. They're all variations of it. So that was a dragon punch. You can see her hair
Oh, really?
turns into a dragon. It's the same as Street Fighter, how you perform it. Standard dragon
dragons
punch.
are really in right now.
They are in. There's too many
they're the new
dragons. frankly.
zombies.
You
Oh, this is it. That is it. See, decisive.
Decisive. One player kicks 3.
Yeah. Again, menus, not final build, just in case.
Yes, these are not final menus. I'm sure they will look prettier than it saying "What now, Big Shot." But I guess we should wrap it up there then.
Yeah, that was Skullgirls. What were we playing it on? We were playing it on a 360.
No, this was the PlayStation.
Oh, it was. Apologies if we didn't play too good, but we played as good as we could, and expect Skullgirls in 2012.